There's something about a fast food memory that hits different from any other. Maybe it's the smell of the paper bag, the crinkle of the wrapper, or that first bite of something you haven't tasted in years, something that doesn't exist anymore. Fast food has changed a lot over the decades. Menus have been trimmed, recipes have been tweaked, and some of our all-time favorites have quietly disappeared without so much as a goodbye. Today, we're looking at 10 old fast food items that people still miss, the ones that made us race to the drive-thru, the ones we keep hoping will come back, and the ones that live on only in memory. Let's take a ride down memory lane. Number 10. The McDLT by McDonald's. Keep the hot side hot and the cool side cool. Back in 1984, McDonald's introduced something that felt almost like a science experiment in a styrofoam box. The McDLT was a burger that came in a divided container. One side held the hot beef patty, and the other held the cool lettuce, tomato, and mayo. The whole idea was that you would assemble it yourself, so nothing got soggy or wilted. It felt special, almost like building your own masterpiece right there at the table. Jason Alexander, yes, George Costanza himself, even starred in a famous commercial for it, dancing and singing like it was the greatest invention of his lifetime. But by 1991, the McDLT was gone, largely because of growing environmental concerns about that giant two-sided styrofoam container. People still talk about it today, not just because of the taste, but because of the experience it gave you. Number 9. Burger King's specialty chicken sandwich. Before chicken sandwiches were a war. Long before the great chicken sandwich wars of the 2010s, Burger King had something truly special sitting quietly on its menu. In the early days, their chicken offerings were simple, generous, and made with a kind of care that felt different from what we get today. The breading was thick and seasoned just right, and the sandwich came dressed simply. Lettuce, mayo, a soft bun, nothing overdone. It wasn't trying to compete with anyone. It was just good. Regular customers from the 80s and early 90s will tell you it had a flavor that the current version just can't quite match. Over the years, recipes shifted, suppliers changed, and the sandwich slowly became something else entirely. What people miss isn't just the chicken. It's the simplicity of a time when fast food didn't need gimmicks to taste.
Number 8. Taco Bell's Mexican Pizza, the one that left and came back and left again. Few fast food disappearances caused as much heartbreak as Taco Bell's Mexican Pizza. Introduced in 1985, it was a beautiful, messy, layered creation. 2 crispy fried shells stacked with seasoned beef, beans, tomatoes, cheese, and that signature pizza sauce on top. It wasn't Mexican food. It wasn't really pizza either, but it was something, and people absolutely loved it. Taco Bell pulled it from the menu in 2020, citing environmental concerns about its packaging, and the internet did not take it well. Fans launched petitions, celebrities spoke out, and the outcry was loud enough that Taco Bell brought it back in 2022, only to struggle with keeping it consistently available nationwide. The Mexican pizza became a symbol of something bigger, our emotional connection to the foods that shaped our younger years. Some things, once they're gone, can never quite be the same, even when they come back. Number 7. McDonald's fried apple pie, the pie that actually had a crunch. Ask anyone who grew up eating McDonald's in the 70s or 80s what they miss most, and a surprising number of them will say the same thing: the old apple pie. For decades, McDonald's served a deep-fried apple pie that came in a little cardboard sleeve, and it was dangerously hot, dangerously good, and completely unforgettable. The shell was golden and crispy, almost like a hand pie you'd get from a county fair, and the apple filling inside was thick, sweet, and perfectly spiced with cinnamon. In 1992, McDonald's switched to a baked version to cut down on fat and calories, and while the baked pie is fine, it just isn't the same. There's something about that fried shell, that satisfying crunch, that the baked version simply cannot replicate.
It's one of those quiet changes that slipped by most people until one day they realized the thing they loved was already gone. A few locations still serve the fried version, but for most of America, it's nothing but a beautiful, greasy memory.
Number 6. Wendy's Super Bar, the fast food buffet dream. Imagine walking into a Wendy's in 1988 and being greeted by an all-you-can-eat buffet bar stretching across the dining room. That was the Super Bar, and for a few glorious years, it was one of the most exciting things in American fast food. For just a few dollars, you could pile your plate high with pasta, taco fixings, salad, garlic bread, and a rotating selection of hot dishes. Families loved it because everyone could find something they liked, and kids thought it was the greatest thing since Saturday morning cartoons. It felt less like fast food and more like a casual restaurant experience at fast food prices. But the Super Bar was expensive to maintain, difficult to keep fresh and clean, and logistically complicated for franchise owners to manage. Wendy's quietly phased it out in the early 1990s, and just like that, the dream was over. To this day, people who remember the Super Bar describe it with a kind of reverence, like they're talking about a place that only existed in a really good dream. Number 5. Pizza Hut's Priazzo, the deep dish that could have changed everything. In 1985, Pizza Hut took a swing at something bold and ambitious, a deep dish Italian-style stuffed pie they called the Priazzo. It was thick, hearty, and loaded with cheese and toppings in a way that felt almost indulgent for a chain pizza restaurant. The Priazzo came in different varieties, each with its own name and flavor profile, and it felt more like something you'd get at a sit-down Italian restaurant than a Pizza Hut booth. Customers were intrigued and early responses were genuinely enthusiastic. But the Priazzo had one fatal flaw. It took a very long time to cook, which created serious problems for a restaurant built on speed and consistency. Customers waiting 40 minutes for a pizza at a fast food chain quickly lost patience, and Pizza Hut quietly pulled it from menus by the late 80s. Pizza lovers who remember the Priazzo still mourn it because the idea was perfect. It just needed a world that was willing to slow down a little.
Number 4. Burger King's Jumbo Sandwich, the hot ham hero that time forgot. Here's one that goes all the way back to the 1970s, a time when Burger King was still finding its footing and experimenting with all kinds of menu ideas. The Jumbo was a hot ham and cheese sandwich served on a hoagie-style roll, and it was remarkably straightforward. Warm sliced ham, melted American cheese, a toasted bun. Nothing fancy, nothing complicated, but people who grew up eating it in the 70s remembered it with deep, genuine affection. Burger King brought the Jumbo back briefly in 2014 as a limited promotional item, and the response was overwhelming. Lines out the door, sold-out locations, and a flood of customers saying, "I haven't had one of these since I was a kid." That comeback proved something important. People don't just miss the food, they miss who they were when they ate it. The Jumbo tasted like childhood, and no matter how many times fast food chains reinvent themselves, that's a flavor that's almost impossible to recreate. Number 3. McDonald's McRib, the legend that keeps riding off into the sunset. Few fast food items have built a mythology quite like the McRib. First introduced in 1981, this boneless pork sandwich slathered in tangy barbecue sauce, topped with pickles and onions, and pressed into a vaguely rib-shaped patty became one of McDonald's most talked about creations almost immediately. But McDonald's never kept it on the menu full-time, and that scarcity turned the McRib into something almost legendary. Every time it returned for a limited run, people would line up like it was an event, a seasonal ritual like pumpkin patches or holiday lights. Websites tracked its availability by region, and social media would erupt every time a McRib sighting was reported. The sandwich itself is polarizing. Some people love it deeply, others don't understand the appeal at all. But what people really miss isn't just the taste, it's the anticipation, the excitement of something rare and fleeting.
As of recent years, its appearances have become even less frequent, and with every passing season, the McRib feels a little more like a ghost.
Number 2. Taco Bell's Enchilada, the original Taco Bell legend. Before Taco Bell became the sprawling, ever-changing menu maze it is today, it had a humble, delicious cornerstone item called the Enchilada. Introduced in the early 1970s, it was a flour tortilla stuffed with seasoned beef and beans, smothered in red sauce and melted cheese, and served in a little tin-foiled tray. It was simple, filling, and had the kind of homey, satisfying quality that felt almost like something your abuela might make, if your abuela worked the Taco Bell night shift. The enchilada appeared and disappeared from menus multiple times over the decades, which only deepened people's attachment to it. Every time it left, fans wrote letters, actual physical letters to Taco Bell headquarters asking for it back. The last time it was officially removed was in 2013, and the silence since then has been deafening among longtime fans. People don't just miss the enchilada, they miss the version of Taco Bell it represented, a simpler, more soulful place where $1 and a dream could get you something truly satisfying. And at number 1, we have something that crossed from fast food history into cultural history. McDonald's Szechuan sauce was originally created in 1998 as a promotional dipping sauce tied to the Disney film Mulan. It was tangy, sweet, slightly savory, and people who tried it during that limited run absolutely loved it. Then it disappeared, quietly, unceremoniously, the way most promotional items do. For nearly 20 years, it was a footnote. Then, in 2017, the animated show Rick and Morty referenced the sauce in a now famous episode, and the internet collectively lost its mind. McDonald's brought back a tiny, extremely limited batch of the sauce later that year, and what followed was nothing short of chaos. Long lines, furious customers, sauce packets being sold online for hundreds of dollars. It became a cultural phenomenon, a symbol of nostalgia weaponized by the internet age. McDonald's released it again in 2018 with wider availability, but the legend had already grown too big for any dipping sauce to satisfy. The Szechuan sauce stopped being about chicken nuggets a long time ago. It became about longing for something lost, which is really what all of these items are about.